us off by telling us about Malignant?
Malignant is a horror film that blends a lot of other genres, such as 90s slasher, Giallo, a lot of gore, a lot of blood. The story is basically of Madison, played by Annabelle Wallis, a woman who is in an abusive relationship and who starts seeing the vision of these murders happening through the eyes of the killer. And so it's also kind of like a detective investigation kind of thriller at the same time. So that's why I'm saying genre blender.
Tell us more about the character that you play in the story.
Oh my gosh, CST Winnie. So it was really fun because I got a chance to write my own character, which has never been something that I was able to do before. I wanted to play something fun. I wanted to have a lot of fun. If you've seen Conjuring 3 and, The Nun, a lot of bad things happen to my character. And it's always like just constant fear and torture. So I wanted to have a little bit of fun with this one. Winnie is someone that's really excited about her job. She loves the blood spatter. She loves being at a crime scene. She finds it exciting. And she's also very much in love with Detective Kekoa, who doesn't quite seem to be on the same page.
As you mentioned briefly, for this project, you actually had the opportunity to not only be on screen, but you were also an executive producer and a writer. What was that like for you?
I mean, it was fantastic. The fact that, I got to create this movie with my husband. I had an idea, I pitched it to him, and then we just started developing it together. So I became an executive producer as well. So I was on set pretty much every day. And this movie has been living in my head since 2019. What was really good about it, about me kind of being behind the cameras, was the fact that I was able to still be a part of it. Once it started shooting, which is not something that a lot of writers get to experience. And James is just such a generous human being and very kind. And he was very receptive if I had any ideas.
Will you be doing any more writing and producing in the future?
I don't know how much I'm supposed to say, but there may or may not be something already in the pipe. This unfortunate pandemic gave us an opportunity in a weird way to be home together for a long period of time. So, our minds started creating things. And that's all I'm going to say about that for now.
In your opinion, what makes the premise of the film, Malignant, so scary?
I think it's the unknown. And I do believe that happens in a lot of horror films, but it's also the misdirection. Even the trailer, we tell a completely different story in the trailer than the actual story. And people have kept asking, why is it all so secretive? And then once they saw the movie, they were like, oh yeah, it was for a good reason. The plot twist is so crazy that we've done everything that we could to protect it. If you can go in with an open mind and not expect one of James's other movies and just realize this is a standalone, this is a new IP, this is completely different, something he's never done before, then I think you'll have a lot of fun and you'll be in for a huge surprise.
Will we see any nods to any classic Giallo films in Malignant?
Oh, absolutely. He kind of did a mixture, right? You have some Brian De Palma, you have Cronenberg, you have Dario Argento. There's a lot of places that he took inspiration from these greats of cinematography. And you'll see it in even the smallest of details.
Who are you, Gabriel?
I'm a huge James Wan fan, and I love all aspects of horror, right? But I also love a good rom-com. I've heard this through the grapevine, but I wanted to confirm from his wife, does he just talk about horror all the time, or does he like a good chick flick too here and there?
I would say absolutely. James really loves and respects all genres of movies. And he always prefers to go into theater to watch movies. That's his biggest thing. He absolutely loves comedies. He absolutely loves chick flicks. And no, we don't just have conversations about horror films.